boys and girls, welcome to the Crafty Corner. I'm Miss Lisa, and I have a craft for you today. Today we are going to be making a heart spinner. Whee! It's so fun. All right, so come on down to the library and grab a packet. In your packet, you are going to find, let me open my little packet here. We have some yarn and some pony beads. You also have a sheet of cardstock with 4 hearts that are totally identical, which is very important when you are going to be making this heart spinner today. You're going to need some glue, white glue, and some scissors and some markers. All right, so my suggestion is that you color your hearts before you cut them out. Here's the reason why. So instead of having to try to stay in the lines, you can just color. And when you cut it out, you'll never even tell that you went way outside of the lines. All right, so I just made that one all yellow, and I'm just going to decorate it with some polka dots. There we go. So you can do whatever you want on any of these hearts. On all of them, I would suggest you definitely color them and not just leave them white. All right, my next heart's going to be blue. Whee! Now you do need to be careful that you don't run your colors from one heart into the other, since they are pretty close on the page. But this is a fast way of coloring, because if you had cut it out, you'd have to be oh so careful. So I'm just going to take some black and draw another heart and another heart inside my blue. All right, let's go with pink. Pink is a great Valentine color. Whee! Oop, I got a little pink on that heart there. That's okay. Hopefully I can color over that, or that part can probably be cut out. And let's take, let's see, what color should I take? What color would go good on red? Probably just blue. I think I'm just going to draw some lines through it. There we go. Not too fancy. You guys can do whatever you want. I like orange, so I'm going to color this one orange all the way up. The juicier the markers, the faster it colors as well. If you've got older markers, see how this one's a little dry, so it's not covering as well as I'd like it to cover. There you go. Messed up over there where that red, that pink came through. Then I'm going to take my purple, and what shall I do? Let's see. Trying to think what I had done on some of my other ones. Maybe I'll just make lines that go straight across. You just want a little bit of decoration. Maybe I'll just make it go all the way, make it a checkerboard. Okay, once you've got your coloring done, now we need to cut them out. Now, for this craft, sometimes I tell you it's not super important that you stay right on the lines, but this one, it really is. So I like to separate my hearts a little bit instead of holding the whole paper. You see I cut it so that I'm just cutting 2 of them. It's easier to hold and maneuver in your hand. So I'm turning the paper and I'm cutting right there on the line. In order to make your wind spinner match up, all 4 of these hearts need to be the exact same size. So if you don't follow the lines, one was going to be a little bigger than the other, or a little smaller. So try to stay right on the lines. And I'm not really even moving my scissors too much. I'm sort of closing down on the scissors, and I'm just moving it with my hand, taking the trash and throwing it away. All right, let's cut out this beautiful pink heart. So I'm staying on the line, taking big gaps with my scissors instead of little choppy marks, rotating it with my fingers. There we go. We almost got them all cut out. And throw away your trash. And cut out our last one. Now, the next step is going to be to fold your hearts. And again, this is going to be pretty important that we fold our hearts straight down the middle. It will show you if you've cut out well, because your 2 sides are going to match up perfectly if you've done it right. So I'm going to take my heart, the point and the dip in the heart right there. Just fold over, match your sides up, and you should be able to be just about perfect. Okay, so there's one. And we're going to fold this one. Try to get it as even as possible. It's not going to come out perfect. Even Miss Lisa doesn't always get it just perfect. All right, I'm going to fold it. See right there, that's not quite perfect, is it? But it's good enough for this craft. All right, so I've got 3 of them folded. Let's get our blue one folded. And we fold right there. Crease it. Okay. Now it doesn't matter which order you glue these in, but you're going to want to, you're going to see we're going to be gluing these different sides together. Okay, and yeah, you can see Miss Lisa did not cut just perfectly. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so we're going to take our white glue and we're going to scribble on half of the heart. Okay, just on half right here. We want to do one, come on glue. We want to do one side at a time. Make sure you get those edges, but don't put a lot of glue because then it's going to squish out all over the place. And then when you get the marker wet, it's going to run some. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, so now I've got those 2 pieces glued together. We could always take our scissors and come back. Look, I can make that more even by coming back through and trimming that away. And then you don't have that extra white showing. Okay, now again, we have 2 surfaces here. 1, 2. We only want to put glue on the one side. Scribble, 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 just a little bit. Take whichever heart you want next and match it up. Okay, so I'm matching it up. Now, at this point, you have 1 more heart to go, but you also have your string. And this is a very important step, boys and girls. You will not be able to add the string if you glue all your hearts together first. So we want to put our put our string right there in the middle of the heart. You want enough at the end and at the top to make a loop. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a knot at the top here. I'm going to make my loop and hold it, swing it around, and come over my fingers, and I've made a loop. Okay, so there's my loop to hang it with. So then I can glue that right inside there, and this is where our pony beads are going to go. So, all right, now that we have that in there, I'm actually going to lay a string, lay like a nice line of glue right there in that center, and glue that string in place. Okay, now that that glue's in there, or the string's in there, we can glue both sides. So go ahead and scribble the glue on both sides here. And our last heart will go in place. Ta-da! And now your string is inside your heart spinner. And you already have your hook on this side where you're going to hang it up at. Okay, so it's sort of trying to separate a little bit. So just run your fingers around those edges so that it sticks together, because it's sort of fighting you a little bit because that yarn is on the inside. Okay, so we've got it so that we can hang it. Now we need the weight so that it will spin a little bit. So we're going to take our pony beads and just string them. There's 1, 2. If you have more pony beads at home, feel free to add a lot more, but we just are going to give you 4. Gives you enough weight to hold it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my yarn is fraying there a little bit, so I'm just going to cut that part off. And it's easier then to put that. Now, you want your beads about 4 or 5 inches underneath your heart spinner. And so this part might be a little tricky, but you're going to want to loop your yarn. Okay, so I'm looping my yarn and I'm going to pull the tail through. And I'm just going to pull until it makes a knot close to the edge of your beads. Pull through. And I might even do it one more time just so that it is a big enough knot so the beads don't fall off. So there we go. And I'm just going to trim off this extra tail, just leaving a little bit there. And voila, we have a brand new heart spinner. All right, boys and girls. Thank you so much for watching the Crafty Corner. I hope you enjoy your heart spinner because I thought this was a nifty little craft. Thank you so much for watching me, Miss Lisa, here at the Crafty Corner. I'll be back again next week for another craft just for you. See you then. Bye, guys.